Interfaith Center of USA and UNA USA Queens chapter jointly we're celebrating 4th of July 2023 Independence Day. Welcome to Dr. Guru, the Dr. Dilip Kumar Guruji, and then we have the couple of the guest and speaker, and the internationally also someone also will be joined with us, and then actually this every year we are celebrating the 4th of July. We just pray for the great country United States of America, and then we just share the idea with our faith leader, with our community leader, and then social engagement. Those leader are working in the community, the how we can help and the support the our great country in America. Now, first I want to welcome Dr. Dilip Kumarji for the welcome speech and the prayer. Dr. Dilip Kumarji, he is like the president and founder and CEO of the World Yoga Community (UN). He's the Secretary General of the United Nations Religious Organization. He's our mentor, advisor, Dr. Dilip Kumarji. And recently is the great news, the World Yoga Day recognized, and then especially in the New York State Assembly, New York State Senate, New York State already recognized the World Yoga Day. This is our great news. Dr. Dilip Kumarji.
Om Loga Samasta Sugino Bhavandu Loga Samasta Sugino Bhavandu Loga Samasta Sugino Bhavandu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, my dear Imam Muhammad Shahibullah, the president and founder of the Interfaith Center USA, and all the community and religious leaders in the meeting. Those who are viewing on this event, I want to congratulate and greet Happy July 4th, US Independence Day. I was looking back to some centuries. I see US became an independent country from slavery. So a lot of issues happen, but sometimes I think whatever happened, we had to forget, move forward, make the change. See, 50 states are in America, 5 territories and some islands, 327, I think, reservations from indigenous people. So a lot of pain behind this freedom. Without pain, there's no gain, actually. A lot of time, my friends from indigenous people, they said, do not sing the national anthem. But we had to sing it. The American bylaw says, for the freedom for everyone, equalities for everyone. We are trying to make it equality, still a lot to change. Last week, we had a beautiful meeting between Indian Prime Minister and American President. And seems like two democratic countries are coming together. Democracy need for the betterment for the community and development for all ethnicities and religious groups. By birth, we all are divine chosen beings to care and love each other. Here we have freedom. We people, those who born in America or those who came from abroad as immigrants, they all are living in harmony. You can see that in America. I think more than 200 and plus countries, representatives living in this great nation and making so much development and taking care of people across the globe. That's the beauty of life. We may have different culture or differences in our behavior patterns, colors, nationalities, language, food habits. Still, we are living in harmony. That's the beauty of America. Last 24 plus years, I am living in New York City. I saw thousands, I'll say millions of people in this country. I had great time here. I want to congratulate our Imam to make a last minute meeting. At least I am able to join you guys. Thank you for inviting me, being part of this event. Namaste.
Thank you, Guruji. Um, Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. Like, just we celebrate, like, the couple of days ago, the World Refugee Day. We have like the scenario, like, the how many people came in New York City, and then we, the feel like, the struggle to manage, like, and establish like as a human being, for all the refugees' rights and then other stuff. And definitely, this great opportunity in America. Like, we work together, we diverse, we believe, we have freedom. This is definitely is our, the greatness. And then thank you so much, Dr. Dilip
Thank you.
Kumarji. And I want to introduce our all faith leader and the world leader with our viewers. This program actually broadcast Interfaith Center of USA social media and then channel 786. I want to say thank you, the channel 786, to broadcast to the social media this program. I want to introduce Dr. Reverend TK Nagagaki. He's also our good friend. He's like the president of Hewa Reconciliation and the New York. And then I want to introduce with our viewers the International Scout Veteran Group ISVP, the founder president Dr. Dikpal Kichari Vidita. And then I want to introduce CEO and the president of um, AHRI, uh, the Dr. Muhammad Anamul Haq, and uh, president of FARA Delancey Foundation, Dr. Farah Leeton, also with us. And finally, the host organization, the UNA USA Coast Queen's chapter president, the Dr. Sebolo John. He's also the professor of the St. John's University. We're proud. We just celebrate last month, the World Refugee Day together. And then we have another the two guests from HWPL. Welcome to our show, our event. Now I want to request for like the welcome speech and brief history. We're going to be listen from Dr. John, the president of UNA USA Queens chapter.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Good afternoon, people from all around the world. We are broadcasting live from New York City. And today I have the ultimate privilege and the honor of being the first speaker here to talk about the history of the 4th of July. And I would like to respect all people from different backgrounds to make sure that you are all welcome here. And it's a significant day for all of us to be celebrating the United States independence. Now, as the leader of UNA USA Queens, representing the United Nations, my speech will be very much aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Now, the 4th of July commemorates the day when the US declared its independence from British rule in 1776. It is a day of importance for many Americans because it symbolizes a lot of different things. This day symbolizes liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness, as well as peace. However, the significance of this day extends far beyond just the United States. It embodies those qualities of freedom around the world. One of the United Nations most critical initiatives, which are the Sustainable Development Goals, aim to address all these challenges to build a more inclusive and sustainable future for everyone, no matter their citizenship. The SDGs, they consist of 17 interrelated goals from poverty, justice, and education, as well as equality. And we examine the historical context of 4th of July by drawing all these qualities that the United States stands for and what it represents as a symbol of independence and freedom for everyone in the world. The struggle for independence is basically a desire for self-determination, liberty, the pursuit of better life. That can be represented in national terms, in global terms, and also in personal terms. However, what's most important is that the goals that are highlighted in the Sustainable Development Goals include goal number 1, no poverty, which means that independence of individuals, independence of companies to have economic freedom, eradicate poverty. Goal number 4, quality education, everyone free to learn whatever they want to learn without any colonial influence. Gender equality, the equality for different genders to be able to serve, to be able to grow, to be able to invest in whatever social or economic goal they want to progress in, as well as the new one here, climate action, being able to help build a sustainable future for our generations, to make sure that we, as leaders, we as citizens, we as residents, and we as visitors are all looking forward to a better generation. So, in a nutshell, you can see how the 4th of July represents so many different things. But I would like to leave you with one note. What does the 4th of July mean to you? What does the 4th of July mean in your organization, in your school? And how are you promoting these pillars of freedom, peace, self expression, and happiness in your community? Make sure that you are listening very carefully to all the speakers today. Make sure you are following all our platforms and participating in our next events. And make sure that you are spreading positivity through your organizations and through your personal conversations. I'm very, very thankful for being part of this celebration today, and happy 4th of July.
Thank you so much, Dr. John, and your leadership. Like you done wonderful job in the mayor's house. The last week, the NYC, the junior ambassador program. I was there. I saw like your leadership. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll work together. We're part of the like every single event, and then we want to do something better for like the community. Now I'm going to be request from the HWPL representative, the Amanda and Sona, both like here. I want to request the Sona, can you start like and give some message from on behalf of like HWPL, Sona.
Thank you so much for this invitation, and it is my honor and our honor, together with Amanda. Of course, she's going to speak as well, but it is really amazing that we are able to gather up on this very special day, especially as the residents, as those who live in this United States, and celebrating together this Independence Day. It's not just a day that we are going to enjoy with our family, but we get to think a little more deeply about where we came from, how we came this far, and especially thinking about this meaning of what we have to be doing at this time to really celebrate this Independence Day. It is really great honor for us to be here with all of you, and especially from as someone from HWPL, which is an international peace organization, and which strives for world peace through eradicating this war, and because everyone needs everyone has the rights to enjoy their freedom and equality. So freedom means a lot of different things, and then there are a lot of different levels of freedom, and in many different sectors as well. It can be religious peace and peace to be the right to be able to enjoy freedom, freedom of religion, freedom of learning a lot of different things about peace. So that's why we promote peace education and also religious peace, and also this international laws that can bring about ending of wars as well. And all of these freedom is such basic things that we all really need to be able to enjoy, no matter where you are born or what you do, what you believe in. But we really need to strive for, and this country where we live in is somewhere really epitome of where we can show that we are able to achieve when we try, when we strive further, when we gather our hearts, we are able to achieve it. So I think having this day celebrating together with all of these leaders together who are really striving for bringing peace in this place, it is really meaningful that I am also be part of it, and I am extremely grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sona. On behalf of HWPL, I know the HWPL also started like the Saturday, the educational program, and then it is also the great opportunity to exchange like our view and then make some plan how we can work for like the our diverse community, how we can establish like the share this like the Peace Academy, and hopefully our viewers, our the fellow they're going to be join like the Saturday like the Peace Academy program. Now I want to request our great leader, and I was with him in Japan like the almost like the 2 weeks before G7, Dr. TK Reverend Nagagaki. He's the president of Heiwa Peace and Reconciliation Foundation of New York, and then he did a lot of work not only in Queens or New York. He established the peace building in Japan in American society. Dr. TK Nagagaki.
Thank you very much for the kind invitation. Imam Shahidoro, the president of the Interfaith Center of USA. And so I'm very grateful to be with you and celebrating this important, well, basically birthday of the United States. And so in a way, happy birthday, and a happy birthday to everyone in one way, because we are here and celebrating this one. And of course, we call happy 4th of July as well. Well, thank you. I'm not that great person as he introduced me kindly, but yet I do the best that I can. That's all that I'm doing. And so I'm sure everybody has their own capacity to be able to do things. And so we each of us do the best. And I think that's the nice part of the freedom too. Freedom, it's not just, since you have a freedom, you can do the best that you can use that freedom instead of just sleeping, overeating or whatever not to doing, but rather once you realize how rare even having this freedom, the one speaker explained about the history, how sometimes it was very difficult to have even freedom of speech or freedom marriage or freedom vote, and anything could be really limited. And so, many discrimination, everything. So freedom is not that simple thing, but yet we do have it. So when we have it, freedom, then we should really use, what do you call that? But not just take for granted, but really practice it. I believe one of the American author, writer. This is a simple one, so I did like it. So sometimes I quote this, but he says, "We must be free, not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. Once again, we must be free, not because we claim freedom, but because we practice it. I mean, somehow this is, for me, it's a little bit like a Buddhist way. So when we have a freedom, we just, not just take for granted, but actually really understand the meaning of freedom and practice the freedom itself that we receive. And so I think that's have a lot to say this time. But so each one, everybody has somehow received freedom that we have. So we enjoy, but at the same time, we practice it. And so that's one of the points that I would like to share with you. So as yeah. So for me, anyway, as a Buddhist side, maybe I will talk here today, but I want to focus on my talk on freedom. It is actually celebration of the freedom, right, today, and so freedom itself is like a different way of liberation, or even different the words of the enlightenment too, actually. Sometimes the description of the enlightenment, nirvana, is a true freedom. Freedom from actually greed, anger, and ignorance, or attachment of those blind passions, we call it. And so like a free from egocentric mind, or free from all the attachment of our own mind too. And so we discriminate things, right? Depending upon our own mind. So in one way, the freedom for the practice itself is not just a regular practice, but also your own mind, how you think, how you can bring the compassion. And then I think freedom can lead to the peace as well. As so for me also, it's a very important aspect. Once we, free from those egocentric mind, and everything's I, my, me, mine. That's, or I have all freedom. But then, everybody should have shared their own freedom too. Once you realize, how important the freedom for you, then, for them, for other people, their freedom is very important. So in a way, respecting my own freedom, your own freedom, then respecting others' own freedom as well. So in one way, we need a more responsible to be what we are doing. Since we have free, we can do anything, but rather we try to do the things with a careful choice. And so I think it would be nice to have a mind of compassion, nice to have the mind of care for others, right, and benefiting others. And so then that's probably one of the way to bring this understanding of freedom, is a way to the peace. So with that, I just wanted to just do a short prayer, and join me. Gasho, place your palms together. Seigandu Bonno Mushu Seigandam Omum Mujin Seigangaku Butsudo Mujo Seiganjo. Well, happy Freedom Day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dr. T.K. Nagagaki. Yeah, definitely. The freedom as a human being, as a this is our rights, and that's why we are here. This today, this is like the symbol of peace, symbol of happiness, symbol of prosperity. That's why we celebrate like the 4th of July. Now I'm going to be request, we have very special guest all the way from the UK. We're going to be listen from him later. But first, I want to request Dr. MD Anamul Haq. He's the the world wide the organization AHRI, the founder, president, and CEO. He is the representative of the United Nations, Dr. Anamul Haq.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thanks and appreciation for all of the participants, the speakers, honorable guests, and the organizer, especially to the our favorite channel 786, and all of the distinguished guests. Today's the 247th Independence Day of the United Nations, United States. So it's actually it's a very unique and highest achievement for any country actually, but especially for the US. Their independence and their freedom is very matured and very well established. So others country can also follow them. So that's why our expectation is much more from this USA. On the starting of my speech, I would like to memorize for three parts from memorize to the three person who have the great contribution behind this independence of U.S. One is this George Washington and Richard Henry and Thomas Jefferson. They're doing lots of great activities and great initiative and great role behind this independence of U.S. So actually, so US we have been seen, and the whole world actually all of this country follow and watch and review and also criticize everything on the basis of this constitutions and the independence of the history of independence of US. So on the basis of such types of activities and my personal activities and on the basis of research, I have seen three things is very important with very much closely related to the US. One is that law, another is that education, and third, last one is that democracy. Law is for actually law is not for only the court and procedural law. It's not only relevant to the criminal procedure, civil procedure, or litigations, other things. Law is the role of the human society and human community, and everyone and every community and every country have followed the rule of law and constitutional law and social and community law as well. So if everyone can come under this law, so this community, this country can be it easy to reach their goal as well. So there similarly education is most important for each and every one. So the US this country, they are believe in the education for all because they on the only for this reason different lots of students is coming in US from different countries to getting their higher educations, like our moderator Imam Muhammad Shahidullah, like me, like others, different scholars, different students, researchers. So education facility must. I hope the US in future they will enlarge much more facility for the education sectors for the international researchers, international scholars as well. And last one is that democracy. Democracy is the main thing and the main point for the global peace and speech of liberty, feeling of liberty, speech of liberty actually, speech of liberty, expression of liberty, and demonstration as well. So democratic rule is deep connected with the peace, rights, and justice, and everything. So well and established democracy can accelerate to the ensure the peace and justice for all of the people, all of the nations. So in combinedly, low education and democracy is very important for sustainable world and sustainable uh, country as well. So in this great occasion of the celebration of 247th Independence Day of United States, so I expected very much for from the U.S. U.S. government, yeah, as well, and the global leader of U.S. as well, and United Nations as well, because United Nations headquartered inside of U.S. So that's why it's our expectations. So we will be able to together to ensure the low education and democracy for sustainable world and sustainable peace and justice as well. So thank you so much. I don't like to take much more time. So thank you so much for enlarge facilitated me to say something regarding this great opportunity, and thanks also our Interfaith USA and ITB and Channel 76. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Anam, for your valuable speech. Now I want to request another young leader from HWPL. The speaker, Amanda, will speak now. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you so much for having me, and happy 4th of July to everyone. On this day, many of us have the opportunity to reflect and to think about our history inside of this country and how far we have come over time. And we can think about the many freedoms that we enjoy today in this country. And there are so many things that we often take for granted that we now have access to today. And so it's truly great when we think about all of the hard work and the effort that people have put in over time in order for us to enjoy many freedoms today. But this is also a great opportunity not only to think about the past and how far we have come, but it's also a great opportunity for us to also look ahead to the future. And so, on behalf of HWPL, I'm very grateful to be here today on this afternoon to really think about the future and what we have to do, because we are all here because we are those who really value peace, and we see the importance of actually working for peace. And we see that this is something that has to be left to future generations. And so HWPL is an international peace organization, and it's focused on promoting peace and cessation of war. And my colleague earlier mentioned some of our programs that we have. And so she talked a little bit about peace education. And also, we are for promoting interfaith and interreligious harmony. And so, by ourselves, there's very little that we can actually achieve. But if we work together as one, if we come together as one, regardless of our race or our religion or our cultural background, then together we can truly make this peace a reality. And so, HWPL, we look forward to continuing to work with others within our community, with other groups, with other interfaith leaders, so that together we can truly leave peace as a legacy to the future generations. Thank you so much, and happy Independence Day.
Thank you, Amanda, for your great speech. And then we work together, and definitely the UNE USA, they have, we have like the lot of community event. We have ongoing, the ESL course for for like the new immigrant, and we try to help and support like the refugees, and then we do the advocacy to try to help the United Nations. This is the great, the plan and work like the whole year. And that's why the I'm special thanks to like our president, the Queen's chapter, Dr. John. Now I'm going to be request, we have very very special guest, the International Scout Voluntary Group, the founder president, Dr. Dikpal Keshari Bedua. Dr. Dikpal.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Having me in such a wonderful forum. I would like to say, first of all, Happy Independence Day, July 4th. Our Happy Independence Day, July 1st, just went 3 days before. I am from Canada. And I would like to say, first of all, to everybody, Shalom Alaikum, Namaskar, Annyeonghaseyo, Ohayo gozaimasu, Gominasai, Konnichiwa. I'm really, really so happy to see you, all of you, from different cultures, different nations, different religions, and this is the unity of our human being. Number one, I prefer our communication and understanding. Then only we can bring peace for our future generations, not only the generations, for our whole world, those who are living inside the water, those who are living on the air, and we human living on the earth. Because of our unity, we will give chance to live what you call democracy, freedom, understanding. Not only the human, we should support to those who are living on the earth, whether it's in the land or in the air or in the sea. This we can bring with our peace from our group. Our group means from different country, different culture, different religions, different language. I'm not going to take more time because we heard previously we will be here for 25 minutes to maximum 30. Now it's a running 36 minute 32 second. That is why once again I'm very much grateful to see all of you from different country, from different language. I know that English, I hope everybody is not the first language. We speak different language in our mother tongue, but still we are communicating in English language. And the language is one of the major things to understand each other, to bring the peace for our future generations. I'm so happy once again. Thank you for the whole team and TV. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. I'm going to be request for the closing remarks and then share a little bit like the work and the opportunity about like the UNA USA. Dr. John, can you share like the scope and the opportunity, like how our viewers and the leaders will be involved with the UNA USA?
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? All right. I would like to thank everyone who is online watching with us. Again, I would like to thank Channel 786. I would like to thank all our distinguished guests here who have shared each similar messages, but however different depending on their organization and what their organization is geared towards, their mission and their mission. The United Nations is very wonderful because it brings us all together. And as the closing note comes in, I would like us to think about how we all come together in the family of the Sustainable Development Goals of promoting peace, freedom, and togetherness. So I've been hearing a lot about, interfaith. I've been hearing a lot about peace. I've been hearing a lot about entrepreneurship and representation. So what the United Nations does is that we arrange events throughout the year. We invite you all to contact us, we'll share with you our events, such as the Imam just mentioned. We offer free teaching sessions, free English sessions for immigrants here in New York City, in Queens. And we have partnered with many organizations such as the School of Excellence, such as Expressito, who have given us free utilities. They have given us free Wi-Fi, computers, pens, paper. So if you have some people that you are serving in your temples, in your organizations, in your advocacy groups, send them to us so that we can have them enrolled in the professional English programs. Now, when you think about what we're doing with English, you'd think, oh, we're getting people who don't know English at all. No, and yes, we're getting people who don't know English at all. And we also know people who are already working in the industry who know a little bit of English. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have lawyers who are in our classes. And it is just amazing how we're bringing everyone together through all these different programs. Next, we will also be having we had Refugee Day, of course, here in Queens. We'll be having conferences in the United Nations. We'll also be having UN Day. So we will share our emails. I'll share the emails here in the chat. I'll also share our website here, which is unausa.org. Please reach out to us, all leaders here. Reach out to us, all listeners, so that we can get the programs in your organizations so we can collaborate. So thank you all so much. And this is what we mean by 4th of July. This is what we mean by Independence Day, being able to come together and celebrate freedom and celebrate what we can do together as a nation and as a world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, HWPL, the two representative here, the young leadership, and then special thanks to Dr. Dikpal to join with us, and definitely in our community, the young folks, and then every age people will be joined, the scout and the scout volunteer. And then special thanks to Dr. Tika Nagagaki, always you with us, and then the enjoy the happy 4th of July, rest of the day, and special thanks to Dr. Hawk to join with us. Thank you, everyone. Happy 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Take care.